Oh, I just press enter. I don't actually look. That's a bit disappointing. Mystical Healing with Gloria, monthly meet at Stargazing, textbooks for sale, lightly chewed, Pop Party Project, that's just a missing cat, and Sister Trevor.
I wonder if anyone else reads this junk. Hold on. What's this?
Curfew. Stay safe, stay indoors.
Oh
9
no,
PM.
they've extended curfew hours again. 9 p.m. to sunrise? That's ridiculous.
But necessary. Power outages had become a regular occurrence in town. It was dangerous to be wandering around after dark.
It won't be long before we need a permit to go out at all.
Can't go around the back, okay?
Hey, you!
Oh, hi there!
What are you doing back there?
Well, I was pruning. But then I discovered the cerulean bugberry bush.
Discovered? These bushes are all over Arthurton.
Actually,
Actually?
this is an incredibly rare bloom.
There's nothing rare about Arthurton.
I beg to differ. Arthurton has many beautiful and exotic plants.
I'm interested, because it might be relevant.
Really?
Might come up.
Like what?
Mushrooms with eyes that glow in the dark. Berries that emit a bioluminescent mist. And flowers with nectar as sticky as superglue.
Where? I've never seen any of those things.
Well, believe me, they do exist. I've had the pleasure of seeing them up close. That's one of the privileges of working for Dean Strasberry in his greenhouse. Anyway, I should get back to work. I want everything to be perfect for the Dean's retirement celebration.
Okay. So, weird stuff. Oh. Is that it? That's disappointing. I can bound gracefully. Well, I can bound. Finkelstone Manor. Okay. Oh, I've already looked at the other one, so I assume they're not going to repeat themselves.
Signs and decorations adorned the entire campus.
A party to celebrate the Dean's impending retirement.
Okay. Talk to workmen.
Left. Left. I said left, damn it! What part of left are you having trouble with?
My left or your left?
My left. Obviously, I mean my left. Why would I mean your left?
Because then he'd know to...
So you want me to move it the other way?
Yes. Nothing would make me happier. If you're not careful, we're gonna have Brown's brains all over the floor.
Sounds fun.
They seem busy.
Okay.
I should probably lead them to it.
Okay. This is the Dean. Dean Strasberry.
Hello, Mr. Strasberry. How are you today?
Beloved Dean of Gumboldt, everyone's surrogate uncle, left like
Jolly
Christmas.
gentleman, the Dean was often seen shaking hands and kissing babies around town.
He's also Mom's boss.
But more than that, he was her loyal friend.
What do you think, Jenny?
The Dean had dedicated his life to Gumboldt, and the townspeople had spared no expense in their tribute to him.
Quite a striking resemblance, Mr. Strasberry.
It's a scary thing, Jenny. Retirement.
Ah!
Great excuse for a party, though. What will you do when you're no longer the Dean?
I've been trying not to think about it.
This place won't be the same without you.
Things change, Jenny. Time marches on, and we must do our best to adapt. It's going to be difficult, but I'm sure we will get through it.
What do you mean, we?
Do you think they made my belly too big?
Be honest.
It might be all those bronze pancakes, Mr. Strasberry.
No legacy is so rich as honesty. You are a clever one, Jenny LeClue. Speaking of which, have you been practicing your detective skills?
Have I? Of course. Always.
Well then, I have a challenge for you. I bet you can't guess what I ate for breakfast.
Pancakes.
At last, a real challenge for Jenny.
Well, not really,
A
but-
fiendishly difficult puzzle that would take all her wits to solve.
I doubt.
Well, okay. Anything for you, Mr. Strasberry.
Oh, how wonderful.
But first, I need to ask you a few questions.
The interrogation of Dean Strasberry. Right. Spoon.
Looks like he accidentally put a spoon in his pocket instead of his pen. It's got a coffee stain on it.
And there's this scrap of paper. Shaky penmanship, and usually cluttered. Lots of provisions,
A
self-doubt.
thick bundle of note cards poked out of the Dean's pocket.
What's he keeping so close to his chest? You've been making a lot of notes, Mr. Strasberry.
Oh, I was intending to make a speech on Saturday.
Why have you scratched out so much of it?
Your mother suggested I keep it short. And quite right, too. I must have rewritten it 20 times by now. I just can't seem to find the right words.
Solid gold. Old like old. At least 100 years. Family heirloom? Nearly an hour slow.
His watch is slow. That's unlike the Dean. He's usually very punctual. Your watch is 45 minutes slow.
Is it? Oh my. That explains why there was no cheesecake left in the cafeteria. My head's not screwed on today. Thank goodness you noticed, or I'd be late for my meeting with your mother.
Oh, really? She didn't mention anything to me.
Oh, well, of course she wouldn't. It's nothing important.
Why are you meeting then?
It's just, she's helping me finalize my plans for,
Your party?
yes, that's it. My retirement party. Thank you.
Are you okay, Mr. Strasberry?
Of course. Now let me just fix my watch before I forget. Now, where were we?
Ring. Cynthia Potestas Estips. Somewhat logo, class ring, maybe Club of Fraternity.
Ipsa scientia potestas est. Looks like Latin.
Yes, that is Latin. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I should know. Is at the end.
Your ring sure looks old.
It was made for my grandfather. He passed it down to my father, who passed it down to me. And when the time comes, I'll pass it on to my son.
The Strasberry family had been champions of education for generations.
What does the inscription mean?
Knowledge itself is power.
Oh, right, yes.
The inquisitive spirit is a mighty thing, Jenny. And nothing is as important as the truth.
Yes, that is right. Okay. Powder. Dandruff. No hair. Crumbs. Sugar.
It can't be dandruff. He has no hair. I have a hunch it's powdered sugar.
Gumball logo. Basketball game today. And
The Dean was a big fan of the Gumboldt moonbeams, and not just because his son was a prominent figure on the team.
Well, a bench warmer anyway.
ah. Right, so there's two more. Ooh. Ah. That looks like some kind of jam stain. Leaves.
For the Dean, being covered in plant life was not unusual. His work as a botanist was renowned.
Looks like you're carrying some extra baggage today, Mr. Strasberry.
Well, I do have a lot on my mind.
I was referring to your legs.
Oh, thank you. I have been doing my daily calisthenics.
No, I mean the sticky stuff on your pants.
What? Oh! Hitchhikers. I've been working on a new orchid hybrid in my greenhouse. They're beautiful, but the leaves are quite clingy.
Right.
I will say, I am looking forward to spending more time in the dirt.
One more. One more. Alright. Is it missing the button or the jam? Blood, no sweet, seeds, texture of the soda, fruit, jam.
The dean didn't button his shirt properly. It looks like a bloodstain, but the seeds indicate otherwise.
Yes.
So, what do you think, Jenny? Can you guess what I had for
A
breakfast?
donut.
Sure, Mr. Stroudsbury. I've got everything I need to solve this mystery. What did the dean eat for breakfast?
And the bow tie, because it's got the powdered sugar. Oh, nope. Make a deduction. Yep.
Jam on his shirt and powdered sugar on his tie. The evidence points strongly to the dean's breakfast consisting of 1, maybe 2 donuts.
I'm kind of intrigued that they've got like 3 bits of evidence, because they're using the spoon, which does make sense that it was used.
What else can I tell about the dean's morning?
That one. Because that's the stuff that shows he's a bit thrown, because he's put a spoon rather than a pen. He's got his pocket watch is slow, and he's buttoned it incorrectly. Distracted man, rare for the dean. Preoccupied.
Dean had neglected to wind his pocket watch. The act of a distracted man.
Indeed.
This resulted in his whole routine being thrown off, which might explain why he has a spoon in his pocket instead of a pen.
There we go.
You had a donut for breakfast.
Yes?
I'm guessing...
Strawberry.
strawberry.
How did you know?
The seeds.
That part was easy. You always have donuts for breakfast. But something else caught my attention.
Oh?
I think you have something on your mind, Mr. Stroudsbury. You are usually a picture of precision and punctuality. But today, there's a spoon in your pocket and your shirt button is undone.
My. You really are a LeClue. Your father would be so proud.
Ah.
Thanks. Well, I should be going. I'm meeting your son by the lake.
And I'm meeting your mother in the library. What a small world this is.
Too small.
A perfectly small world with everything in its right place.
Who would want to change that?
Pardon?
Publisher.
Nothing. See you on
Are
Saturday.
you talking to the author, by the way? Because that's weird.
Oh, yes. Until we meet again, Jenny LeClue.
That's not ominous. Can I interact with these? Avocado. Oh.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
Nope.
In her short time as a detective, Jenny had learned never to ignore a ringing phone.
Answer the phone then.
Hello.
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
What? CJ, is that you?
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
Really? This again? It's me, Jenny. We don't need to do this.
I have no idea who you are, and I know no one by that name. The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
Oh, doing it.
Fine. The early bird can't catch the lazy worm.
Good. The wind blows strongly from the east.
I don't know if these are actually things.
A watched pot feels very self-conscious.
Excellent.
Oh, I don't think it matters, does it? We're just putting
Evening
things.
sky is full of fireflies.
The absent-minded goldfish swims into the blender.
Ah! Jenny, it is you!
Of course it is!
I need to meet with you right away.
Okay. Where do you want to meet?
This place will do.
Okay. Conspiracy theorists frequently jailed for public outbursts.
Everyone in town knew that CJ was mad, even dangerous.
Does he have a time machine?
He's not dangerous. He just doesn't accept things at face value.
Like DeLoreans.
Sure, he's a bit fixated on extraterrestrials, but at least he's passionate about something.
CJ and Jenny certainly indulged each other's obsessions, but most of all, CJ treated Jenny like a colleague.
And not a little kid. CJ, why did we go through all that if you're right here?
Can't be too careful. Are you sure you weren't followed?
Who would be following me?
Them.
This place is compromised. We don't have long to talk. Now, what did you want to talk to me about?
What? You called me.
Did I? Why?
Talking to CJ was a bit like navigating a maze. You had a rough idea of where you were headed, but you couldn't be sure you'd ever get there.
I'll help you figure it out.
With the interrogation of CJ. Whose birthday? How old is CJ? And what does CJ stand for?